All right, so today we're talking about diffusion and osmosis, and we're starting off with Brownian motion. And so here we are looking at a slide with carmine dye. This is a red dye made from the ground up shell of some kind of a beetle, and the particles range in size hugely from the micron scale all the way down to the nanometer scale where it's impossible to see them. So one thing people notice a lot is if you move the slide quickly, you may then actually see some of the particles kind of whooshing, or especially if you touch the cover slip. There we go. Now you actually can see some of the pieces whooshing there. That is not Brownian motion. We will actually see this better if we go up to a higher magnification. All right, and there's some of those. Adjust that focus. There's some of those carmine particles, and you see some clumps and some smaller bits. And if we zoom into high power, what you'll see is the bigger clumps don't really do much of anything. They're too big to really show the Brownian motion. Some of these smaller particles here, if we watch them, we'll see them doing what we're talking about here. They're still doing the whooshing a little bit that I was just talking about. Now you can see I'm actually doing it. So in the center of the slide here, I can see several of these little tiny particles, and now that they're not just whooshing upward anymore, you can see they're doing a kind of random dance. They're moving left, right, up, down. That is the Brownian motion. It does get kind of taken over by the overall movement of stuff on the slide. So in class, I always tell students you need to wait a couple minutes for everything to kind of calm down, and then you'll see it. But you do have to look at the smaller particles. You notice this big clump of stuff that's kind of squiggling across the screen there is not doing it, but the little particles are doing it kind of subtly, but they're doing it. And then really you can just kind of look anywhere on the slide and you see the same little dance of little particles doing their kind of random jiggle. There, I zoomed in with my phone screen. You can see the particles in the center there really well doing their little dance. And that is Brownian motion.